Learning outcomes Standard 8 English E801 to E827. Totally, there are 27 learning outcomes for 8th standard. E801 Response to instructions and announcements in school and public places. Wise, railway station, market, airport, cinema hall, and act accordingly. E802 introduces guests in English, interviews people by asking questions based on the work they do. E803 engages in conversation in English with people from different professions such as bank staff, railway staff, etc., using appropriate vocabulary. E804 uses formulaic or polite expressions to communicate, such as may I borrow your book? I would like to differ, etc. E805 speaks short prepared speech in morning assembly. E806 speaks about objects or events in the class, school environment, and outside surroundings. E807 participates in grammar games and kinesthetic activities for language learning. E808 reads excerpts, dialogues, poems, commentaries of sports and game speeches, news, debates on TV, radio, and expresses opinions about it. E809 asks questions in different contexts and situations. Example, based on the text or beyond the text or out of curiosity while engaging in conversation using appropriate vocabulary and accurate sentences. E810 participates in different events such as role play, poetry recitation, skit, drama, debate, speech, elocution, declamation, quiz, etc., organized by school and other such organizations. E811 narrates stories, real or imaginary, and real life experiences in English. E812 interprets quotations, sayings, and proverbs. E813 reads textual or non-textual materials in English or Braille with comprehension. E814 identifies details, characters, main idea, and sequence of ideas and events while reading. E815 reads, compares, contrasts, thinks critically, and relates ideas to life. E816 infers the meaning of unfamiliar words by reading them in context. E817 reads a variety of text for pleasure, example, adventure stories and science fiction, fairy tales, also non-fiction articles, narratives, travelogues, biographies, etc. Extensive reading. E818 refers dictionary, thesaurus, and encyclopedia as reference books for meaning and spelling while reading and writing. E819 prepares a write up after seeking information in print or online, notice board, newspaper, etc. E820 communicates accurately using appropriate grammatical forms, example, clauses, comparison of adjectives, time and tense, active passive voice, reported speech, etc. E. 821 writes a coherent and meaningful paragraph through the process of drafting, revising, editing, and finalizing. E. 822 writes short paragraphs coherently in English or Braille with a proper beginning, middle, and end with appropriate punctuation marks. E. 823 writes answers to textual or non textual questions after comprehension or inference, draws character sketch, attempts extrapolative writing. E. 824 writes emails, messages, notice, formal letters, descriptions or narratives, personal diary, report, short personal or biographical experiences, etc. E. 825 develops a skit, dialogues from a story, and story from dialogues. E. 826 visits a language laboratory. E. 827 writes a book review. Thanks for watching Sridevi's Zone.